Deadman Radio. Radio.
It's like sex for my ears.
It was kind of nice to hit you guys up, and I remember we were trying to get a hold of you anyways, because you guys
This is
wanted
the time of year we're talking to a lot of people this time of year, man. Everyone wants to know what's going on for the fall. Everyone's trying to make a calendar, and no, we're here to hang out with you, everyone.
which I love that. So we like to start from the beginning of how things start and go from there. So when did well, let's see, let's go with just like Stalker Farms first, I guess. When did Stalker Farms become a deal?
So, I mean, my family's been farming in the Snohomish Valley I'm fourth generation.
Oh,
So
wow.
like we're going back to my great grandfather, who wasn't a farmer, he was a logger because it was a cedar forest back then. It's evolved over the years, and when my wife and I moved back onto the farm in '97, we started doing the agritourism. And I think we did our first corn maze in like 2001, and it was about 2003 that we put a couple of kids out in the corn maze, one in a Tigger costume and one in a gorilla suit. And we said, hey, the maze is haunted on Halloween night. And man, I never knew what we were starting. Pretty soon, people were chasing these poor teenagers around the field trying to catch them. And it took me a couple of years, and I discovered Transworld and realized that the haunt industry is a huge, huge deal. And it's evolved from there to where now we've adapted to our alter ego at night called Stalker Farms, and that's the haunt. And you know, we host tens of thousands of people every season now for the haunted attraction. I've got a 8-man crew that works on this all year round. My core crew is like critical to putting on the production, and really talented people from really diverse backgrounds, and but they're all into horror and they're all into haunt. So like we hang out and do our thing all year long. And we usually take a trip to either New Orleans or St. Louis to the haunt shows in the winter.
Nice.
You know, we have a 1-week party down south, and figure out how to like come back and just get it on.
Nice. I love that, Keith. Wow, 4 generations too. That's a whole new world too. And you were kind enough to come on here after being up at 5 a.m. I think is what you told me. So we appreciate that.
Yeah,
And,
no, it's a farmer's life, so that's cool.
Yeah. You're like the rock stars of the real world. I think you guys get stuff done, man. So wow. Okay, so let's talk about what's up, Skinny?
Oh, so I've been going to Stalker Farm for probably about 6 years now for the haunt season and everything. And
Dude,
what I love about it is that you have more than just one actual haunt there. But it's like you have 2 different events going at the same time. You've got your Field of Screams, and then your Pogo Sideshow, or I can't remember, the Last Laugh.
Well, it evolves, right? I mean, the haunt has to stay fresh, so we kind of keep coming up with new things. But you know, we basically have the slashers and we have the clowns, right? We're preying on people's basic, you know, fears. And so Pogo's Funny Farm is one of our haunted trails, and Susie Slasher's house is the other. So you know, we have those 2 haunted trails. They're part of our walk-through haunt in a typical year. And then we also have our Scarecrow Challenge, which was like a little mini escape room that our VIPs get to experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, we were talking just before we went on air about how we started doing our zombie paintball. We called it Paintball Stalker, of course.
Yeah.
And so we were Paintball Stalker for several years, and now that's evolved into our Potshot Paintball Gallery, to where you still come out and whack zombies at night. So really, there's like 4 things on the haunt side of the house that we do. And then, of course, we have our daytime operations, too, that go with the family name and the family theme. And it's, you know, parents with their little children coming out for a fun day on the pumpkin farm, taking a hayride and going to the sunflower field, right?
I love pumpkin patches so much.
Two egos there going back and forth.
You guys got a lot going on. And,
we got a lot going on.
So you guys
we got more than that. I mean, we're weddings and events in the summer. We're a U-Pick blueberry farm in the summer. We have a U-Cut Christmas tree farm in the winter season. So yeah, three seasons, and we're getting after it all the time.
That's
Good.
awesome. It's a lot. I mean, you guys sound like you're really keeping it fresh too. Like you guys just got something going on all the time, and just really helps you guys kick it and just get things done.
I have some great people that work for me. I tell you what, my leadership team, especially like on the haunt side, super creative, really into it, committed to what they do. Like this year, we had to switch, right? This year's different. Um, Governor Inslee a month ago said no pumpkin farms, no haunted attractions, nothing. You're done. You can go send them out to the pumpkin patch to pick up a pumpkin and walk out. That's all you can do. Well, that's not our business. Our business is making memories. Our business is creating, these memorable moments where people are out, with their Instagram account capturing what they're doing with their friends and their family. And we were shut down. So we actually did a real quick pivot, and as an industry, we lobbied the governor's office and persuaded them to allow the agritourism operations to continue more or less intact, and we allowed the haunted house industry to continue with outdoor haunted attractions. We demonstrated for them that outdoor attractions were safe, where we couldn't persuade them that indoor attractions could roll. And so those have been shut down this year. But the outdoor stuff, we were able to show them the evidence that no, people are cool outside. So it's a different year.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
leads to why we did what we did.
What's that? Sorry.
Which leads to why we changed this year, right? 2020 is a different kind of a haunt season.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yes.
But it's cool that you're keeping it fresh, and that's why we wanted you on the show tonight, because you guys are able to, and I wanted everyone that's out there listening that needs to get their spook game on, to know that you guys are open still, and you guys are going to be doing stuff, and people want that. And yeah, I'm I won't get political, I promise, but because we don't talk about that stuff that much. But I have to say, like, I'm just like an all or none kind of guy, and I hate that you can do all these other things, but you can't go out and do live music, and you can't do like haunts and stuff. So I'm glad that you are one of the few that are able to do that and make it work, because people need that. Like people instantly, they're like, Halloween's canceled, and it's like, what? So like people are instantly trying to make those like, those like 30-foot tubes to toss them. I think Skitty was saying that he was going to slingshot kids with
Right? Like, smack, here's your candy.
Oh.
Open wide.
Yeah, people aren't going to stop. So that's why I realized that it's almost like in our human nature to keep going, right? Like it's just not totally completely possible for everyone to stop. So Halloween's going to happen somehow. So it's at least cool that
Right?
you guys found a way to make it happen.
We're hosting homecomings. We decided, since there's no football seasons and there's the kids are looking for something to do, we're going to open up our dedicated like Thursday nights, and we're going to choose our local high schools. We're going to invite them onto the farm for a homecoming event. For their school, and we're gonna bring in a DJ and kind of set it up for them, and just their school, right? And all grades. It's like, all right, all of Snohomish High School, you're out here on Thursday night, the whatever, and host them and give them a place to go, because man, people want a place to go. Yeah. Our blueberry farm that we've shut down for the season now, we had double the number of people come out to pick blueberries, which is a fun family outing. It has nothing to do with haunt, but it has everything to do with people needed something to go out and do. And
exactly.
We had families coming on the farm that were like, I haven't been out of the house in 5 months. And we appreciate that you're opened up and that you're providing a safe environment. I mean, face it, social distancing is what we do. I've got acres. I've got an 80-acre site. You know how many people you can put out on 80 acres? Stay 6 feet apart. Do the math. Yeah. It's like, it's nuts.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So that sounds like it's a win for the haunts this year that have a lot of outdoor stuff. So for everyone listening out.
It's a win for the outdoor hunts. The dudes that are like locked up in their houses, man, they're having a tough time. I feel bad for them.
Yeah. So what is?
They're not getting much of a break.
That sucks. Yeah, Skinny, Sarah, you guys have any questions before I continue?
Yeah.
Sorry,
At the
I didn't
moment.
pick that up.
Oh, yeah. So I think I saw online that this year you guys are doing a drive-through hunt, right?
What?
Yeah, that's what's fresh about this year.
Yeah.
So for Stalker Farms this year, those 4 walkthrough events that we talked about earlier, yeah, they're off the books. Sat down with my leadership team. Honestly, they came to me and said, we're not feeling it for the walkthrough. I mean, we'd have to do all of these things. And this is back in like May, June, July, when we were dealing with the initial problems and then the second surge. We didn't even know the governor was going to shut us down yet at that time. And they were already saying to me, you know, not feeling it. We want to do something different. We think that the thing we should be looking at is a drive-through hunt. And they brought me the numbers, they brought me the concepts, and we mapped them out. They convinced me that they could do it safely and they could do it efficiently. And we kind of came up with a number that we had to do to make it pencil. And yeah, and then, you know, kind of the whole thing with the governor came down and we reversed him and we decided it's a go. So we're launching the only drive-through haunted attraction in the state of Washington. It's going to be the safest way to get scared in the Pacific Northwest.
I love that. I was trying to do you know about the Blue Fox in Oak Harbor?
Yeah.
I was trying to help him with live music because a lot of different countries were doing live music. And I was like, we should do that. But then whatever Inslee did or said made it to where we couldn't even do live music.
No live entertainment.
Just period. Yeah. So that's cool that you guys can do that. And, you know, I got so excited to hear you say that because I just thought of like an old, like if you guys did like a horror theme where it was like greasers, like in the, you know, that'd be so cool. I don't know what you guys are doing with like the style of the drive-in.
Well, you heard about these drive-through strip clubs down in Portland, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the crew came up with the idea at. They said, well, if they can do that, then we can do this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it's weird because it's some form of live, it's not live entertainment, but it's some, I mean, to a degree it is. I don't know. Are you guys doing just like horror movies or like, are you going to actually do like drive-throughs like those like African, you know, like going through and all the animals?
A safari?
Yeah, safari. Thank you. I can't word.
The drive, like the Northwest Trek or the Olympic Game Forum, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. I like that. See, and I feel like in this day and age, the people that are going to survive, even with bands, all the way down to bands, the ones that are going to survive are the ones that just keep keeping it fresh and keep finding ways around stuff, you know? So it's really cool and inventive that you guys are just like, well, that sucks, so let's do this instead. Oh, that sucks, so let's do this instead, you know, on top of having a whole 80 acres. So
farm 200, but 80 of it is on that site. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. I love pumpkin patches too, so I hate that. You know, I'm just gonna grow my own eventually. I love that.
You got a couple cool ones up there in Bellingham.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see here. What are some of the so other than the drive-in, is there some other stuff that people could look forward to this year for Stalker Farms?
Yeah, so I mean, again, we have our daytime operation open. So, you know, we do our corn maze and hay rides and our children activity stuff. You know, we do a lot of stuff during the day that's like, you know, it's for all ages, right? We have things for toddlers and we have things for teens. So, you know, and like right now, first part of the season, we have a sunflower field that I tell you, if you wanna get your girl excited, you tell her that you got a hot date for her. You bring her out to the farm and do sunflower tour. They're out there taking pictures, and it's all glam shots, and you know, loading up their Instagram. Check out hashtag Stalker Farm sunflowers,
Okay.
and you'll see all these fun shots out in the fields. These women are loving it, right? You wanna make points. There you go. And so we do stuff during the day, and then of course we're doing the haunt at night. And so yeah, no, there's something going on all the time.
I love that. Hashtag
Yeah.
sunflower heaven. That's so cool. What is your favorite part of your farm? Do you have a personal thing that you love to do a lot?
Yeah, what I enjoy, you know what I enjoy? I enjoy seeing children coming out and running around with just sheer joy. I grew up in that much ground, right? I grew up being able to just run down to the river and spend the day playing. And so, boy, seeing the families come out and run around like that, I just totally enjoy that. I also enjoy watching people come out of the haunt. I mean, frankly, I don't spend much time inside of it because it's so much chaos in there. I'm dealing with other things, but
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing the people coming out of the haunt. I had one woman, she comes out and she's with a group of friends, right? These are like 35, 40-year-old gals. And they're like laughing and crying, and there are like 5 of them, right? And I kind of like touch in with them. I go, hey, it looks like you guys had a good time tonight. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I peed myself 4 times. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, you're admitting this to me, right? Well, what she doesn't know is she's not out of the haunt yet. And so just as she's telling me this, a monster jumps out and gets her. And she's like, oh my God, 5 times.
That's great.
And that is priceless.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the actors are notching their belts on that stuff. They keep track of it.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that stuff's fun. I mean, just entertaining people is fun. And
I-
whether it's, small children during the day or, dudes like you at night, it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
The best thing I do is I run a blueberry farm. Honestly, I love my blueberry farm. It's like a simple one monolithic thing, right? You just go out, you pick some berries, you come back out of the field. Running October, it's 1,000 moving parts. It's really stressful.
Wow.
I have 200 employees right now, and
Wow.
it's like
Damn.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot going on, man. So this is a hard time of year to make a living, but it also is where we get it on. So we're pretty good at it.
We get down.
So
And you also got the no scare maze too for people that want to go through as well, right?
yeah, at night. So like if you want to come out to the haunt right now, this year you have to buy a ticket online in advance for a time slot because it is such restricted throughput that you've got to lock up your time. But let's say you come out with your carload of dudes and you want to go drive through the haunt, but you've got some people that they're not really into the haunt. Well, they can buy a ticket to go to the non-haunted corn maze at night. You can rent a fire pit, right? You come out, you get a fire pit, and like this part of the group goes out and drives through the haunt. They come back to the fire pit. The other people that didn't want to get scared, they've gone out and done the midway and the corn maze, and you all get back to the fire pit, and you're doing marshmallows and hot dogs, and whatever else is in that cup there that Skinny has. And
It's empty now.
and you have it, you just enjoy the night. So no, there's kind of both sides of it, right? You don't have to be into the haunt. You can come out and do the non-haunted stuff too.
Yep.
And that a lot of people do, right? Mom and 10-year-old daughter, they don't want to do the haunt, but 14-year-old brother and his buddy and dad, yeah, they want to go do the scary stuff and shoot zombies. We kind of cater to everybody.
I'm gonna so we're trying to put together a show right now called Band Wars, and one of the things I really want to do is film us shooting zombies. So we might have to wait until next year to even think about releasing that show because I really want us to do that for the show.
Yeah, come on out, whack them.
Yeah.
Those guys are insane. Those zombies are insane. Right? I hire people that want to get lit up. They're getting shot 10,000 times a night. 10,000 times a night. It's like, and they're just like, wow, bring it on.
This is the
I
adrenaline.
won't tell you how much I've spent on their, their armor that I've invested in
Yeah.
to keep them safe is insane. But yeah, they just like, yeah, bring it on.
That's so
They're
cool.
crazy.
I
Those
love
dudes are
that.
crazy.
I love that story about the girls peeing. So I used to, I used to work at Spirit Halloween, and every year I demanded that I got to wear the costume to scare people.
Are you going to
So-
tell that one story that you
Yep,
told me the
yep,
other day? Oh my
yep.
God.
So, I was not allowed to do it after the third year because I accidentally scared a lady into labor. Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, and it was messed up because the husband was laughing his butt off. And he was just like,
She's dropping water and then
and he was so stoked, and she was so mad for obvious reasons. I was kind of like, I felt horrible. So they were like, "You can't do that anymore because if you can't do it,
gotta
pregnant."
curtail that.
Yeah, but it was an awesome.
Had a woman call the office. Had
Huh?
a woman call the office today and say, I'm going to be like, what, 8.5 months pregnant, and am I okay to come through? And yeah, we had to talk her through that one.
Risk may be your water might break.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's my story. And
There
I'm
you
sure
go.
they have a
We
great
all have
story
one.
about it now. I'm sure it was terrible at the moment, but I'm sure they probably still talk about it.
Well,
That was
hopefully
kinda-
everything turned out okay, right?
Oh yeah, oh definitely. So I love that. Do we you guys have any questions? Sarah? Skinny?
I got a comment for
So-
anyone who ever goes through a maze, corn maze, anything like that. You ever get stuck, just keep on turning left, and you'll eventually get out.
There you go. There's a secret. There's a secret. Letting out my trade secret.
Sorry.
Go. Way to go, Skinny.
So
One
what
star,
I
I gotta like
will
that.
tell you in your audience, if they're local, is we only are open 13 nights. I've already sold out 2 of them,
Okay.
and we're still what, 3 weeks, 3 weeks away
So where
Yeah.
can
from
people go?
from opening.
Where can people go to get these tickets?
So you go to Stalker, Stalker, farms.com. Look us up there. Go to the ticketing page. You're going to have to pick a day. You're going to have to pick a time slot. It's highly restricted. I can only get so many cars through safely a night. And what we're doing is we're selling it by the carload. So it's $120 to pull your car into that place.
Nice.
Yep, it's a number. It's a number, but that's what we got to do to pay for all the talent out back.
Yeah.
And what you do is you can put as many people in your car as you have seat belts. So pull onto the farm with your friends, pile out of 3 cars, get into the one dude's that has the Suburban with 8 belts, and bring it through.
There you go.
We're saying that you have to be under 7.5 feet and you have to be shorter than 18 feet. And as long as you have a seat belt to wrap around your ass, then you can bring it through.
Okay.
And so, actually it's going to be a smoking deal because normally we're going to stick you more money than that per person when you do the walkthrough. No, that's where we did the math, and that's our number, and it's going to sell out because I'm not selling very many tickets a night. So,
So-
that'd be my comment. Like I say, we've already sold 2 of the 13 nights, and I don't know that we'll be adding more. We might, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So what does everyone get? Is it just the haunt? Do they get the choice of getting some grub? Is that even possible?
So there's food on site. Yeah, no, with your haunt ticket, you get to do the drive-through, of course, which is about a 45 minute experience.
Wow.
It's not the 15-minute blow you out. No, it's 45 minutes of terror. We're gonna light you up for almost an hour.
That's a long time. So that's actually really
Our walkthrough haunts are the same thing. We give value, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've been through a haunted house that you're in and out of it in like 8 minutes, right? And you're like, whoa, that was quick. Well, that's not what we do. And that's why we do what we do well. And that's why we're successful.
Yep.
And so, no, the drive-through is 45 minutes. That also lets you go out to our midway. And our midway has hot food, right? And it has a lot of like games. We just have like arcade game type stuff out there. And so you get to hang out and do all that. normally we have the live entertainment and the bonfires and all that. Like you touched on it earlier. We can't do the live entertainment this year. We can't do bonfires this year. We can do private fire pits. We can't do a community bonfire.
But that's still cool, getting private.
No, it's all good. You want to get something hot to drink and, and get some food and, go play some of our games. It's all part of the haunt ticket. And again, if you have some friends that didn't want to go to the haunt, they can buy the no scare ticket. They can go through the maze while you're going through the haunt, and you all just kind of hook up afterwards, and you're back on the same page.
Oh, nice.
So,
If Deadman Radio wanted to go and fill up a car, $120.
So Deadman Radio needs to. Here's what you need to do. You need to catch me off air and come out on our soft opening. We do media night on Friday the 2nd. That's our dress rehearsal. It's only open to private invitation. Sorry, everybody else. But Ticker can get a spot there.
Aww.
And
thanks, man. Wow.
and you roll in there. I mean, we're hosting TV stations that night. We're hosting other radio stations. We're hosting newspapers. And
All right.
Yeah, it's that's our dress rehearsrsal night, and we kind of do our fine tuning. So you come out and do that. You see it. And then you can come back on your show on, do you do these every Wednesday? Is this your deal? Every Wednesday?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, hook up with us on the 2nd, and then on the Wednesday after, you can come back and tell people what you thought.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll be there. Absolutely.
Do that. You can do that.
I'll hit you up after.
Yep.
That's great. I love this.
Yeah.
So,
we'll hook you up.
thank you. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Deadman Radio is stoked.
Definitely.
Should be.
And let's see. I think we're at that time actually. Skinny, Sarah, do you have any more questions for Keith?
Nah, man, we covered everything that I could have possibly had a question for.
Yeah.
Next year, you guys still going to have that bus out there in the middle of the field?
Oh yeah, the bus will be around. Oh, we did some cool things with the bus. The bus is in the drive-through.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
The bus moved.
The bus gets me every single year because it's like I know someone's behind one of these seats, and then you start putting mannequins in the seats. I'm like, oh god.
Oh yeah, we mess with your brain, man.
It's so good.
And my technical director this year, he built some animatronics for the bus that just light it up. It's just like it's too cool. Yeah.
All right.
That's really cool.
Again, that guy is just like a magician with a welding rod. And I take him to the haunt shows, and he looks at stuff and says, I can build that. So and then he comes back and makes magic. So
Right.
That's such a cool skill to have. Like I can build a computer and get me ready for Skynet, but I can't do that.
right. But that's what makes us so cool is we've got all these people with really diverse backgrounds, and it's all kind of come together, right? And they've all just kind of found us by a common passion. Perfect. And so this handful, this core crew that we have, they make it all happen. I just kind of stay back and help provide resources, guide, and tell them to have fun. So
that's so cool. And those are my people because, like, for the most part, they're theater, they're thespians.
Yep.
Right? So, like,
absolutely.
I was in theater like all throughout high school. So, like, just a bunch of cool, nerdy, crafty guys and girls. Like just a bunch of our talent are theater nerds, right? They're coming out of the high schools. Our talent director, he teaches theater at one of the local high schools. Nice.
And so, yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, Keith, thank you so much for this last minute interview. I hope everyone out there listens to this, and we're going to promote it. If you want to send me some promotional stuff that we could share on our radio show too, we'd love to do that for you. And then
I'll get my marketing guy to send you something.
Please do. And I'll hit you up in a moment to talk about that offer you just said. You've been listening.
Catch back up to me.
How was that?
Yeah, just catch back up to me.
Cool.
It's all good.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Keith, so much, man. And we will contact you shortly. Make sure, if you're listening, make sure you go to Stalker. Make sure you go to Stalker, Stalker, farms.com, and you jump on those tickets quick because that's a really good deal. I love that. All right, let's play some tunes, and we'll be back with Drainage X on Deadman Radio.
Radio.
Deadman Radio.
It's like sex for my ears.